Here today's quote is, as long as there is a lack of the inner discipline that brings calmness of mind, no matter what external facilities or condition you have, they will never give you the feeling of joy and happiness that you are seeking. So today's this quote is related to the poem which we are going to learn today. That is, whatever you get, if you are not satisfied with what you have, you'll never be happy. Okay, so whatever you have or whatever you want to achieve, it should be with utmost satisfaction. Okay, without satisfaction, you will never be happy. So you, if you are not satisfied with anything, you cannot be happy. So happiness comes through satisfaction. Today we'll be learning the poem The Grumble Family. It is the poem in the second unit, the poem in the second unit. Grumble Family, the poetess is Ellen Montgomery. So the poet gives a vivid picture of the neighborhood scene and let us know how we should mend our ways. What do you mean by mend our ways? That is how we should behave ourselves. Okay, that is how we have to live. Okay, now here I'll just read out the poem. There's a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on Complaining Street in the city of never are satisfied, the river of discontent beside. So here the poet introduces a family called Grumble family, and he says that he knows this family, and nobody likes to meet this family. And where does this family live? It is said that this family live in the complaining street because the people in that family always complain. So they and the people in the street always complain for each and everything. So the poet gives the street the name as Complaining Street. In the city of never are satisfied, and he gives the city a name as never are satisfied because the people in this city are never satisfied whatever they get. And where is the city situated? The city is situated besides the river of discontent. What do you mean by discontent? Discontent is unsatisfactory. That is, never they are happy with anything. Always, whatever they get, they have some complaint to say. So they live beside the river discontent. Then what are all the things they do? They growl at that, they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. So they, what do these people do? They growl, they shout at this and shout at that. For each and everything, they start shouting. They are not at all happy with anything. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. So whatever they have some something unsatisfactory in that. So they find fault in each and everything. So whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of grumble. So even though they are rich or poor, that doesn't matter. But all the people in that street are called grumbles. So they have a common family name called grumble. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter alike they scold. So if the weather is hot, that also they complain. Even if the weather is cold, that also they complain. The weather is hot also they complain. The weather is cold also they complain. If in summer also they complain, and in winter also they complain. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on the gloomy complaining street. So if you meet somebody in the complaining street, always they are with a very wry face. They don't have a smile. They don't have a happiness on their face. They are always gloomy face. They are, each and every one of this complaining street have gloomy faces because they are not happy with anything they get. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. Not only winter and summer, they also growl at the rain. If it rains, they also again they complain. If it is sunny, then also they complain. In fact, their growling is never done. It is never stopped. Their complaining is never stopped by anything. Always they keep on complaining. And if everything pleases them, there isn't a doubt they growl that they had nothing to grumble about. So suppose by luck, if everything is perfect, they complain that there is nothing to complain. So this is a unique poem where the poet shows the discontentment or displeased, where the people are displeased with everything. Here you can see the next stanza and you can see the people on the complaining street. Okay, here you can see always they are fighting, they are complaining. No, nobody has a happy face in this. But the queerest thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. So nobody accepts that they are complaining or they are not satisfied with anything. They always complain. But if anybody asks, do you have any problem? Nobody accepts that. For never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. So here the poet says that not even one person in the street will accept that he has a complaint. But he is never satisfied with, he or she is never satisfied with anything, whatever they get. So here the poet says that how miserable life will be if you always feel discontentment or you are not satisfied with what you have. Again, here you can see the worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways. What will happen? The next stanza, the poet says, she warns the other people that if you stay with this people of the grumble family, what will happen in the complaining street? If you're staying with any one of these people for a long time, what will happen? He will also become like them. He or she will become like them itself. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways. He will also become like them. He will also learn their habits. And before he dreams of the terrible jumble, and before he thinks that what he is doing, or before he realizes that he is in a complaining family, before realizing that he is adopted into the family of grumble, automatically he changes over his habits and all his daily routine changes like the grumble people. So the family of the grumble. And so it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into complaining street and never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. So again, the poet wants that whatever whatever you do, the people of the grumble family is never satisfied. So it is wise to keep away from them. You should not mingle with such people. And so it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into complaining street. Nobody should go to that complaining street, because if you go, you will also become like them. And never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. So we, and again, the poet advises the people, the readers, what you have to do. You should never mingle with such people who are never satisfied with anything. And if you do so, you will also be called like the uh, the member of the grumble family. You will also be called as the grumbler. Let us learn to walk with a smile, and no matter if things do sometimes go wrong. So let us learn to walk with a smile and a song. So what we have to do? We have to be happy, contented, and be satisfied with what we have, no matter if things do sometimes go wrong. So it doesn't matter if sometimes you are not satisfied with something, or you are don't have something. Okay, if you don't have something, you should not be unhappy, because what will happen? And then be our station high or humble will never belong to the family of grumble. So if you are satisfied with what you have, and and sometimes maybe you may not have something, but be contented. You have to uh, have patience that after sometimes things will get better. So if you are satisfied with all these things, even you're rich or poor, if you have satisfaction in your mind, what will happen? We will never belong to the family of the grumble. We'll never complain. We'll never have complaints. And we'll be self satisfied. If ever there is something going wrong, we can set it right if we are patient and if we are satisfied. Okay, so this is what the poet is trying to tell in this poem, that if you are always going on complaining on each and everything, you'll make others uncomfortable, and you yourself will not be comfortable. Okay, so that is what the poet is trying to say in this poem. We'll just go for a recall. So, The Grumble Family by L. M. Montgomery. There's a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on Complaining Street. In the city of never are satisfied, the river of discontent beside. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, that's something amiss. So, what is something amiss? It is whatever they have, there will be some mistake in that. They'll find some mistake in that. And whether their station be high or humble, whoever they may be, poor or rich, they are all known by the name of grumble. So these people who are never satisfied with anything, whoever they may be, they will be called with a common name as grumble. The weather is always too cold, too hot or cold. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter are like this cold. So they complain even it is too hot or too cold. They complain in the summer, they complain in the winter. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet. So they are never satisfied. So always they have something wrong. So nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on that gloomy, complaining street. So where does these things happen? It is where does they always complain. It is in the complaining street, and the people in the complaining street never finds anything right. Everything is there is something wrong in each and everything. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there isn't a doubt they'd growl at that they had nothing to grumble about. So if everything is perfect, again they complain that they have nothing to complain about. Here. But the queerest thing means very strange. The queerest thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. So nobody in the street, everybody knows that they are all complaining, but nobody will accept that they have a complaint. For never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. So not even one person will say that he has a complaint or he is always complaining. He never accepts that he is not satisfied. Again, the last three stanzas, the poet concludes the poem by warning us to keep away from such people. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways, and before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of grumble. So, what will happen if you are having the company of such people? What will happen? You will also become like them. You will also start complaining, and before you realize that you are in their company, they take you or they adopt you into their family of grumble. And so it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into complaining street. And so it were wisest. It was wise. It would be wise for us to keep away from these people or to keep to go away from the complaining street and never to growl whatever we do and never to growl, that is never to complain whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. If we complain like that, what will happen? The others will think that we are also the grumblers. Let us learn to walk with a smile and a song, no matter if things do sometimes go wrong. So whatever happens, whatever we have, whatever we don't have, let us be satisfied with what we have got. Okay, so you have to have a smile on your face and a song on your lips. That is, you have to be contented and happy. And then be our station, high or humble, will never belong to the family of grumble. Again, even the attitude determines what we are, isn't it? Our attitude. We are rich or poor, that doesn't matter. Our attitude towards life, our attitude towards the what it is, our attitude towards the other people. Okay, our attitude towards the world, our attitude towards other people, attitude towards us itself If we have a positive attitude, if we are happy, if we are satisfied, we'll never belong to the family of the grumble. Okay, so here, this is what the poet is trying to tell in this poem. So, what are the things we must learn and practice? From this poem, we have learned to be kind, honest, and have positive thoughts, to forgive those who harm us, and treat everyone as a friend, to help those who are suffering, and never to consider ourselves superior to anyone else. That is what in that the poem we saw. We saw that high or humble, that is never a matter at all. We are rich or poor, that is not a matter at all. What matters is our attitude, our attitude towards others, how we behave towards others. That gives us the strength to face, and that makes us satisfied. Okay, so once again, let us see what all you have to do. You have to practice to be kind, honest, and have positive thoughts, to forgive those who harm us, and treat everyone as a friend, to help those who are suffering, and never to consider ourselves superior to anyone else. We are all equal. Now, the activity what given you for this is to do the book back, read the given lines and answer. You have some 7 questions or something. That you have to read the question, because if you have understood the poem clearly, you can easily answer to the questions there. Okay, so you have to read the poem once more, and then you can do the book back, read the given answer. Okay, so for the poem, that is the activity. Okay, so that's all for today, and meet you in the next session. Uh, if you have any doubts, you can ask me if you have any doubts. We're all on the line. ஜி அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க ஜி. ஏதாவது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இங்க அஜய் தீபக் ஆ I'll ask some. Hmm. Deepak,
Stir,
Deepak, did you understand?
Stir, your voice is breaking, Stir.
Voice is breaking.
Yes,
Fully.
sister.
Did you see at least on the slide you saw the poem? For the whole lesson, it was breaking. Deepak, hmm. Finding. Let me see, Ji. I'm not able to find him. Abhinaya.
Sister?
Yeah. Was the voice clear? Did you follow?
Yes, sister. Yes, sister.
Do you have any doubts?
No, sister.
You're clear with it?
Yes.
Okay. So here we saw that grumble family, isn't it?
Yes, sister.
So what does the poet mean by telling the grumble family?
Sister?
What does the poet is trying to tell by introducing us to the grumble family?
Be kind, honest.
Hmm.
Sister?
Ah,
Be kind, honest,
ah,
and have a positive thoughts.
okay.
Never to consider ourselves
Hmm.
um
Superior to others, isn't it? That is,
yes.
first thing is we have to be satisfied. Okay. Always be satisfied with what you have. Don't complain. Don't complain at each and everything. Okay.
Okay, sister.
So that is the content of the poem. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Whoever is available, you can. Yes, Madesh. Madesh, கேக்குதா? Yes, Sanjay Kumar.
Sister, I have a doubt in homework, sir.
Homework. Yes, what is it?
Yes, sister.
The
Sister,
read
that
given.
that question answer only, sir.
First answer
அது
only.
நாங்க
என்ன?
அதை நாங்க எழுதி அனுப்பணுமா சார்
ஆமா,
வாட்ஸ்அப்லயே?
கண்டிப்பா கண்டிப்பா எழுதணும். ஒரு 6
ஓகே
sets 7 sets இருக்கும். அதாவது ஒரு
ஓகே
ஒரு ரீட் லைன்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு 2 லைன்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு அதுல இருந்து 2 questions கேட்போம். சரியா?
ஓகே
நீ லைன்ஸ் எல்லாம்
தேங்க்யூ
எழுத
சார்.
தேவை. Just write the question and answers alone. சரியா?
ஓகே சார். எஸ் சிஸ்டர்.
Vinolina? I think Jayashree is unmuted. Yes, Vinolina.
Sister,
Yes, ma'am. Did you understand the poem?
yes, sister, but I came in the middle only, sister.
Okay, you just read the poem. Okay,
Okay,
afterwards you'll
sister.
get the recording also. You can go through it. Okay.
Okay, sister.
If you have any doubt, you can call me and ask. Okay.
Okay, sister.
Okay.
Thank you, sister.
Jayashree. हाँ yes जी. Okay जी. Uh, time is getting. Okay जी. Okay, thank you जी. Thank you.